Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages, do not look at your watches. Yes, we lost an hour over the weekend, and no, it didn't screw us up. However, we are starting approximately 38 minutes ahead of schedule,
Yeah.
and that's
We
because half of our panel's not going to be here tonight, which is fine. I
and we
understand.
and we can conversate a little bit more.
Well, we can throw every one of them under the bus.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we're doing.
Yes. I would say that Chris is sitting on his ass somewhere. However,
He can't.
he can't. Colin is entertaining his girlfriend for dinner this evening, so he can't. I mean, he could, but that would be kind of a dick move on my part. Like, dude, come on. Baseball, my God.
Yeah.
I've said it once. I will say it till the day that I die. I love playoff baseball.
Johnny, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, you know what? See, that's what happens whenever
Yeah.
whenever the population reduces itself.
You get things wrong.
Hey, you know what? I'm wrong. I jacked it up. I'm going to turn things over, albeit very briefly, to our esteemed producer David Dickerman for this week's Weird Sport. Go for it, David.
Okay. This one is that was really small. This I got this.
So, extreme sports performed by professionals are going viral. Some people even manage to jump from extreme locations like this.
No.
But this professional sport is beyond imagination. Damn, the parkour is going to be awesome.
Watch this.
Wow, they're even being asked to pay compensation. Yeah.
It was just extreme parkour. They've been going from like mountaintop to mountaintop. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
Okay, well, yeah, so there's that. I apologize. So like I said earlier, I love playoff baseball.
You know what? I got into it.
Do I know?
I got into it. I was watching some of the game footage. And
on paper, the Toronto Blue Jays had the better team. They did. And they should have won that World Series.
They should have. But
I mean, from game 3 going 18 innings, I stayed up for all 18 innings.
Well, what had happened, in my opinion, is they finally read the script.
No. When you get into a game 7, which, so for my money, that is the 2 best words in all of sports.
Yeah.
I know it's cliche and it's thrown out there way too much, but it is true. Anyway, so when you get into a game 7, it's all hands on deck because there is no next game. There is no tomorrow. So, we got to see almost every pitcher on those rosters get used. We got to see almost every bench player get used. I know that we saw it happen during game 3 for that 18 inning marathon. But aside from the Will Smith streak staying alive, by what I mean, David, is for the last 6 World Series, there has been a player named Will Smith playing in it. And they've been playing for the winning team.
Really?
Yeah.
I think didn't we say something about that last season?
We did. Yes, we did. 3 times it was a pitcher named Will Smith, and 3 times it was a catcher named Will Smith. This year it was a catcher named Will Smith.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, actually, it was a catcher named Will Smith on the Dodgers. Speaking of Will Smith, in the 11th inning, he hit the eventual go-ahead home run for the Los Angeles Dodgers, which in a winner-take-all game, that was the first time in World Series history that a go-ahead home run had been hit to take the lead in World Series history in a winner-take-all game. It was the first time that ever happened. There was a list that they had put out. I forget what happened to it. Of first time, first times that first time something happened in the World Series. There was like 7 or 8 things that happened for the first time this year. But man, this was just it was a great World Series. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I felt dirty because I was rooting for the Dodgers, and as a Red Sox fan, that kind of hurts my soul. Not as much as it would have been had I would never root for the Yankees in the World Series. That would never happen. But having to root for the Yankees,
You had
for
to root for the Dodgers twice, 2
I
World Series.
I know. I know.
How dirty do you feel? I mean,
Well, I felt less dirty this year, just simply due to the fact that we haven't had a repeat winner since the Yankees in the 90s, right?
okay. Did you have to get baptized to feel a little bit, have your soul a little bit cleaned? Or are you still good?
No, I looked at it from this perspective, okay?
Okay.
Through the prism of the rose or the Red Sox tinted glasses, right? Because Mookie Betts, the Red Sox drafted him and they pissed him away, and he now plays for LA.
Okay.
He won a World Series with us back in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave Roberts, the Red Sox manager, the Dodgers manager, had a very pivotal role in the 2004 ALCS Game 4, specifically bottom of the 9th. He's the one that stole second base on Mariano Rivera and sparked the greatest comeback in sports history. He played for the Red Sox in 2004 and helped us win the World Series, breaking the curse.
So basically what you're saying is
I was rooting for Cousins twice removed.
okay.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that. That's what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
was like, so basically they pissed off a lot of Red Sox players.
Well, and there's a lot of Red Sox fans that are like, oh, it'd be nice, for the Blue Jays to get it. They're in our division. Shut up. No, they're in our division, and by default, we should root against them. Because why? We don't want to have to listen to them brag all season long. We got a ring and y'all didn't. Shut
well,
up.
they would only do it a couple of times because they're
No,
Canadian.
it's well, yeah. I mean, they would only they would apologize before they do it, but they would do it every time.
Soy.
Yeah. So, sorry about this, but just got to remind you that we won the World Series last year, right? Instead, the Toronto Blue Jays are donating all of their World Series champion T-shirts to third world country kids.
Yeah.
So, good job, Toronto. No, it was a good weekend for sports, championship sports anyway. I mean, the World Series on, I think it was Friday night, and then the NASCAR championship weekend all weekend. Which, depending on how you feel and who you root for, it was a pretty solid weekend. But I mean, anytime that the World Series ends, immediately we go into the hot stove season, right? Cody Bellinger opts out of his contract, and he's absolutely open to a return to the Bronx. We'll see what happens. The Dodgers had their parade today. Astros Hunter Brown was named the American League Cy Young Award winner. Well, no, he was named a finalist. They haven't named the winner yet. But so I mean, good for Hunter Brown. Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox was named as a finalist. Tariq Skubal for the Detroit Tigers was named as a finalist in the American League. I mean, it was a pretty good, Gold Glove Award winners were named, and 9 first timers this year for the Gold Glove. Yeah, so Gold Glove is named 1 player per position, which means you were the best at your position on defense throughout the entire season. So let me pull up that list here. So, the award was established back in, I think it was 75, or no, it was 57. I had that backwards. So let me see here. We've got in the American League, we've got Dylan Dingler, which I don't understand that because Cal Riley, who is the catcher for the Mariners, the one that hit 60 home runs in the regular season, he didn't have his first wild or pass ball until the postseason.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't understand that. In his first full season in the majors, Dingler shined behind the plate, joined an illustrious list of catchers in Tiger history to win the award, including Ivan Rodriguez, Lance Parrish, Bill Freehan. Let me see here. First base, Ty France, who split the season between Toronto and Minnesota. Second base was Marcus Semien for the Rangers. Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop for the Royals. Third base was Miguel Garcia of the Royals. Left field, Stephen Kwan of the Guardians. Center field was Cedon Rafaela from the Red Sox, and right field, Wilyer Abreu of the Red Sox. Max Fried of the Yankees got the Gold Glove for the pitchers. Utility player was Mauricio Dubon of the Astros. In the National League, Patrick Bailey of the Giants got the catcher award. Matt Olson of the Braves for first base. Second base was Nico Horner of the Cubs. Shortstop was Mason Wynn of the Cardinals. Third base was Ke'Bryan Hayes of the Pirates and /Reds. Ian Happ for the Cubs out in left field. Center field, Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs. And right field was Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres. Let me see here. Pitcher was Logan Webb of the Giants, and the utility player was Javier Sonia of the Marlins. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, 9 first-time players, and then the MVP.
Not all of them made it up to the playoffs.
No, not all of them. No, the Giants didn't make it.
Yeah,
Giants didn't make it. The Twins didn't make it. The Royals definitely didn't make it. But for the National League MVP, the finalists are Shohei Ohtani and Kyle Schwarber. We know that Shohei's going to get it, but I would love to have seen Kyle Schwarber get it just because of the fact that Kyle Schwarber grinded. I mean, absolutely grinded. Juan Soto of the Mets, he was also named as a finalist, but he's going to be a very distant third in the voting. Very distant third. In the American League, you got Aaron Judge of the Yankees, Cal Riley of the Mariners, and Jose Ramirez of the Guardians. That is going to be a hotly contested MVP race. I can see arguments being made for Aaron Judge, as much as that hurts me to say. I'm pulling for Cal Riley just because of what he did as a catcher. No catcher has ever hit as many home runs as he has in a single season. And he helped his team win a division title for the first time in over a decade, I think it was.
Is he opposed to hitting 3,000?
No. You mean 300? No.
Yeah,
I think he finished the season like just under 300, but I mean, dude, slugging percentage off the charts, 60 home runs on the regular season. Dude, it was insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane. I think he hit 65 home runs total because he hit 5 home runs in the postseason. So, but the postseason stats don't count towards your season award. So,
oh, okay.
I mean, if that was the case, then it would be all Cal Riley all day long. You've got Christopher Sanchez. He's a left-handed pitcher for the Phillies. He's a finalist for the Cy Young Award in the National League, along with Paul Skeens. He's right-handed pitcher for the Pirates. What's interesting is that there's a lot of chatter already that there's going to be teams making a play to trade for Paul Skeens this offseason. because Paul Skeens, dude, he is a freaking phenomenal pitcher. I mean, he ended the season with a 1.97 ERA. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That alone, should earn him the Cy Young. However, Yoshinobu Yamato, who is the World Series MVP this year, he threw 92 pitches in game 2, 102 pitches in game 6, and then came back and pitched like north of 40 pitches in game 7 and got the win. He was named the winning pitcher in 3 games this World Series. That's insane, right?
Yeah.
But if he gets his first Cy Young award this year, it'll go along with the 3 Sawamura Awards, which is the Japan's Cy Young equivalent. He's won that award 3 times in the Japanese professional leagues. Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like Shohei. Never heard of her, but like I said, Hunter Brown for the Astros in the American League, Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox in the American League, and Tariq Skubal for the Tigers in the American League as well. Rookie of the Year award for the National League finalist is going to be Drake Baldwin for the Braves, Caleb Durbin for the Brewers, and Cade Horton of the Cubs. In the American League, you got Roman Anthony of the Red Sox, Nick Kurtz of the Athletics, and Jacob Wilson of the Athletics. Now, Kurtz, he might be, he was tied for second in the majors with a batting average of .311, striking out just 39 times and 523 plate appearances. Roman Anthony, who did end the year injured. However, he was the number 1 overall prospect in MLB out of all of Major League Baseball. He didn't debut until June, so he didn't even play a full season, right? He lived up to a lot of expectations. Over his 56 final games before the injury, he was hitting .319, .415 batting, slugging percentage, and 505 slugging percentage. But he hit 7 home runs. And the dude just absolutely made an immediate impact, right? Nick Kurtz of the Athletics, he just went on this like little home run tear. He hit 36 home runs this year in 117 games. He finished with 173 on-base percentage, tying with Jose Abreu back in 2012 for the best by a rookie with at least 400 plate appearances in the modern era since 1900. So there's a good argument to be made for Nick Kurtz. I would love to see Roman Anthony get it for obvious reasons, but we'll see. And, of course, you got the Manager of the Year awards, which, you're going to see Terry Francona of the Reds, Pat Murphy of the Brewers. I think Pat Murphy's going to end up getting that just because, he helped manage them to a division title for the first time and the number 1 overall seed going into the playoffs. Not that it helped them very much once they ran into the buzzsaw that was the Dodgers, but Rob Thomas of the Phillies, it would be a first time winner if he did it this year. Terry Francona is looking for his 4th Manager of the Year award, which would tie him with Bobby Cox, Tony La Russa, and Buck Showalter for the most by any manager since the award was established back in 1983. So, in the American League, you're looking at John Schneider of the Blue Jays, Stephen Vogt of the Guardians, and Dan Wilson of the Mariners. Dan Wilson, I remember he used to be a catcher for the Mariners back in 2001 when they won their first division title. But this was his first full year at the helm with the organization up there in Seattle. Led them to the division title and took them all the way to the American League Championship Series. So, in his first full year, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. That's pretty damn good. I I would like to see Dan Wilson get it. However, I think John Schneider of the Blue Jays is going to do it, just simply due to the fact that the Blue Jays were in last place last year. They finished dead last year. And then he comes in this year. It's his third full season and fourth overall in Toronto's dugout. But, he was kind of on the hot seat. And so he was like, all right, I'm going to come in there. We finished last place last year. So we finished damn near, we finished first place in the division. He got them the division title. There was really kind of no doubt, with the exception maybe like the last couple of weeks in September, but for the most part, Toronto kind of had this division from wire to wire. And then obviously took them to within maybe an at bat in the World Series. So, but I don't know. Probably John Schneider's going to get that, but we'll see what happens. I know that Alex Bregman did opt out of his contract with the Red Sox today, so him and Bellinger are both going to be available free agents. Will their respective teams sign them again? I don't know. I've got some thoughts on both of them because they're both aging. I mean, really. They're both very capable and still very productive players, but I don't see long-term contracts being dished out, the way that they're expecting them to be, the way that their managers expect, or their agents rather, are expecting them to be dished out, just simply due to the fact that, Alex Bregman is injury prone. And he is approaching his late 30s. He's got a very finite shelf life right now. So while Alex Bregman is going to command that big money, I say big money. He's probably looking for maybe a 4-year deal for 146. With the right team, he could probably get that. If he does get re-signed by the Red Sox, it's just a ploy to restructure his deal.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Cody Bellinger, we know that the Yankees want to spend that money. But if he does get signed to go somewhere else, hey, great. That means he's not in our division anymore. And, at least playing, with the Yankees. I don't see the Red Sox signing or making a play for Cody Bellinger, just simply due to the fact that we've got a good core of kids playing for us already. We've got Jarren Duran, we've got Roman Anthony, he's going to be coming back. We've got Tristan Casas, he's going to be coming back from a knee injury as well. We've got Ceddanne Rafaela, who just got named as a Gold Glove winner. It's a good, solid core of young kids to build this team around. And I'm excited for it. Garrett Crochet, he said, hey, I want to be a Red Sox until I retire, kind of a thing. And, coming off a potential Cy Young award-winning season for him, that's good news. The closer for the Red Sox, Aroldis Chapman, he a longtime Yankee, long time, not. I mean, he was a short time with the Cubs, short time with the Indians, short time with the Reds. But when he came to Boston, he was like, "Yeah, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to end up." And he was asked. He said, well, what if the Yankees made you another offer? He goes, I'd retire. And I'm like, okay, cool. Those are cool points for Red Sox fans right there. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, moving from one place to the next during this offseason. The winter meetings are going to be very busy, to say the very least. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But, man, Game 7, though, the other night, that was – boy, I thought Toronto had it wrapped up. And then let me go back here. Hold on just a second. Let me get that going in here. Because I had the big accounts going on here. for the game. Let me see. I mean, yeah, I mean, but I mean, anytime that you go back to the World Series as the defending champs, I mean, you've had a target on your back all season long anyway, and we haven't had a repeat winner in, since the 90s when the Yankees were doing it.
Yeah.
So, but, you got Yamamoto pitching 3 games, I mean, and he pitched a majority of game 7 on no rest because, I mean, like I see, he threw 102 pitches the night before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's unheard of. But I mean, but this is game 7. I mean, there's nothing to lose. And he bore down and was like, yo, we're doing this. Fuck you guys, right? I take you to the promised land, and I mean, it was so great. And actually the game was on Saturday. So, but just 5-4. I mean, the game, the Blue Jays had a 3-4 lead going into the 8th when let me pull it up here. Come on. Let's go. Blazing fast internet on this end here. Miguel Rojas, top of the 9th. Yeah, it was the top of the 9th. He hits that game tying home run, blows the save for the Toronto closer. The game ends up going 11 innings when the catcher Will Smith hits that go ahead home run in the top of the 11th. And the defense that was on display during game 7, outstanding. Both teams had in consecutive innings had a bases loaded, nobody out situation and couldn't score. So there was plenty of chances by both teams to put this game on ice. Neither one of them could cash in until the late innings. But it's I'm sitting there watching this. And the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 11th had the bases loaded with no outs. They had a ground ball hit back to the that Miguel Rojas fielded at second, through to the plate, force out. That's 1 out. Bases are still loaded. They needed a ground ball double play to win the World Series. A base hit or a fly ball. If it was a fly ball, like a deep fly, game's tied at least, right? Because they would have been able to tag up from third. If it was a base hit, 2 runs are scoring, Toronto wins the World Series. LA needed a double play. They got one because Kirk, the Toronto catcher, broken bat, sawed it off, hit it. Mookie Betts fields it at short. He takes it to second base on his own and then throws to Freddie Freeman at first to complete the double play. I'm sitting there watching that happen. I'm like, that just happened. Holy crap. I mean, I'm not a Dodgers fan, but that excited me. I'm like, holy shit. That was an amazing World Series to watch. And I didn't, I didn't want to watch it, honestly, because I was being salty because my Red Sox weren't playing in it, and I don't like Toronto, for obvious reasons. I mean, they're division rivals. So, I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to root for LA. Again, I felt dirty doing it, but there was that. But LA pulled it off, man. And I mean, just holy crap. That was such a good World Series to watch. I know that we normally go into football, but we're gonna switch it up a little bit tonight because like I said, we are shorthanded.
Oh, one thing.
Yeah.
I want to show you something really, really beautiful. Turn down the music. Dude, I was going through some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine sent me this. Look at this thing. I want that on my wall.
Yo, I would almost just let that live.
It's old enough. It
Okay,
has
you know what? You know what?
Right.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
it has lived a good life. Look, you're actually helping that deer out because its head is just sagging so much from that beautiful rack it has on its head.
Just taking the stress off, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the stress off.
Take the stress off of his shoulders and put it on the studs in your wall.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
What NASCAR championship weekend in Phoenix. This is going to be the last year that it's going to be in Phoenix, at least for a while. NASCAR did announce this year that they are going to start a program where they're going to let the championship race kind of migrate from track to track. Next year, it's going back to Miami Homestead, which has been its traditional home for the last decade or so.
That could be dangerous. Isn't like this time of year hurricane season?
No, hurricane season is over. Well, it'll be over effectively next week, but still. I mean, the most that they might have to worry about is like
Jamaica?
scattered rain shower. No, because Jamaica doesn't have a racetrack. Anyway. So the truck guys, they raced on Friday night. Corey Haim, who had 10 wins on the year, he took home the title. He had a 4-tire pit stop with a late caution, and on the restart, put his truck down on the apron, which is the flat part of the track, and went 7 wide. There were 7 trucks wide going into turn 1 on the restart. And he pulled away. He managed to come out of that whole thing unscathed. And he went on to win the championship. He won the race, won the championship. Yeah, I'm just like, yo, okay, good on him. So so Toyota won the manufacturers championship in the Cup Series just by virtue of the fact that a ton of Toyota teams won races this year. So, but in the Xfinity Series, you had Connor Zilic, who was going into the playoffs into the championship race with 10 races, 10 race wins on the year. He had Justin Allgaier. He had Travis Kvapil. All 3 of those drivers representing JR Motorsports, which is Dale Jr.'s Xfinity team, right? And the whole family just got home. Let the dogs bark. Yeah, that's right.
It happens. I give it
and then you had Justin Love, the lone non-junior motorsports driver representing Richard Childress Racing. He did not have the strongest of years. However, he made it through the format to qualify for the championship race. And, say what you want about the format. He and his team stepped up when it mattered the most, and they went out and won that race. They put the best car in the field out on the track Saturday night. That's all that matters. So Justin Love won the Xfinity points championship for 2025. And then we've got the Cup race. The championship 4 were comprised of Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports. You had William Byron driving the 24 for Hendrick Motorsports, the 5 car driven by Kyle Larson for Hendrick Motorsports, versus Denny Hamlin, who was the heavy favorite to win the championship this year. His first champion, he's been driving for 20 years. He's got 60 wins in his career. And, everybody was like, he's the guy to beat this weekend. And he was. He had the best car. And I'll get into why he didn't win the championship here in just a minute. Then you had Chase Briscoe, who drives the 19 car, formerly driven by Martin Truex Jr., but Chase Briscoe slid into that seat this year full time whenever Martin Truex Jr. retired and stepped away from racing at the end of the season last year. So the two big powerhouse teams facing off to see who's going to be champion at the end of the year, right?
Mhm.
I mean, William Byron led for a good portion of the race. His car faded there toward the end. He actually crashed. He blew a right front tire, which brought out the last late race caution of the evening. It caused a green-white checker overtime situation for the race. Kyle Larson, his engineers, the engineers for his car were telling his crew chief Cliff Daniels, "Hey, look, we can't beat Denny Hamlin straight up. We need to do something extreme. So bring him in for a 2-tire pit stop." Like, okay, 2 tires are not going to last as long as 4 brand new tires, which is what everybody else is doing. So they brought in Kyle Larson, put 2 right side tires on, and got him a ton of track position. And Kyle Larson said he put the car out there towards the wall on the top end of the track, and he said it stuck. Like, he had way more grip than he was anticipating. And so he's like, "Hey, look, guys, if 2 tires worked, if we get a chance, we need to do that again." Because it looked like Danny Hamlin was just sailing off into the history books. I mean, he was literally going into turn 3 to go take the white flag, right? And that's when William Byron crashed. They brought out the caution. Everybody comes down to the pits, comes into the pits for fresh tires, right? Denny Hamlin took 4 tires. Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, I think Chase Briscoe, a couple other guys, they all took 2 tires. Denny Hamlin went into the pits leading the race, came out in 10th for the restart. He is buried back in traffic. Kyle Larson comes out 3rd. You get the restart. Kyle Larson hangs it out to the outside. He is trying to get that run, right? And he thought for a minute there, he said he thought that they had a real good chance to win the race. He was trying to work his way around Brad Keselowski, but Ryan Blaney just came in, dive bombed the corner, and just sailed off, right? He was like, yeah, at that point, he's just like, the spotter is telling him, "Hey, look, here's where the 11 car is," which is Denny Hamlin's car. And at that point, that's all they had to worry about was where was Denny Hamlin, because Kyle Larson knew he didn't have a chance to win the race at that point. But said it on. He knew he didn't have a chance to win the race at that point. So he's like, "All right, all I've got to do this one race, I need to finish in front of of Denny Hamlin. Where's Denny at? He's mired back in traffic. He's in 7th position right now. Hit your marks. Take care of your car. We need to make it to the white flag." Okay. So they make it to the white flag. 1 lap to go. I mean, Denny Hamlin was basically 40 seconds away from winning his first championship when the caution came out. 40 seconds away. How nuts is that, right? You had a lot of people that were actually kind of heartbroken for him. And I mean, to a degree, after the fact, yeah, I was, because it was important to him to get that 60 win mark, this year, because his dad's got failing health, and he's like, my dad's never going to be able to see me race for a championship, most likely next year. This is the year that I need to do it. And I mean, he came within 40 seconds of doing it, right? Which is basically a lap and a half.
Mhm.
And it just, for whatever reason, I mean, it just didn't work out for him. But Kyle Larson comes home and he seals the deal. His 2nd overall points championship. He's our driver here at Angry Me. And I'm like, dude, come on, get with it now. I mean, I was excited, bro. I mean, this is Rick Hendricks, the car owner, his 15th overall championship as a team owner. And he said, "Look, I think I was the most excited for number 15 than I have been the previous 14, because I didn't expect it. This was a surprise." He said he thought Denny Hamlin had this one in hand. And then the world just flipped the script on Joe Gibbs Racing with with basically a 1.25 lap left in the season. And man, I'm telling you, it was 4 laps to go. It was 4 laps to go when that caution came out, and it set up for the overtime situation. But man, I'm telling you, that was an amazing, amazing, amazing race. To Denny Hamlin's credit, he did handle the immediate post race reactions with a lot of class, with a lot of grace. Can't really fault the guy. Yeah, I do feel bad for him. I do. I mean, he did. He reacted very humanly. He said, I can't. It makes me not want to ever get back into a race car again, right? But he's got a contract for next year for I think the next 2 or 3 years with Joe Gibbs Racing in the number 11 car. Will he win a championship? I mean, I don't see why he can't. But I mean, if he doesn't, it's not going to tarnish his legacy. I mean, he's definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever his eligibility for NASCAR Hall of Fame comes up. Just because, what he's done with the sport, what he's meant to the sport, 60 wins, three-time Daytona 500 champion. Man, but I mean, we get to see Kyle Larson, defend his title next year going into 2026. So it was a good season. I mean, absolutely a good season to watch from beginning to end. The schedule is going to look different going into next season, but hey, we're here for the chaos, and we'll see what happens when it happens. But going into football.
Yes.
Jesus.
This weekend was horrible.
You want to know something even more horrible? Right now, the Cardinals are up 10-0 over Dallas in the second quarter.
I thought we were gonna not do bad news this week.
Hey, you know what? I mean, that our picks from last week are nothing but bad news. Okay, so first game, it was the Thursday game. It was the you know what? And I did not write Chris's picks. He did send me his picks. So let me. I thought I was doing good. I thought I was doing real good. Okay, so we all 4 picked Baltimore to win that game against the Dolphins. They did 28-6. That was actually Lamar Jackson's first game back since his injury. So it might be a little bit prudent for us to give Baltimore more consideration going forward for the rest of the season. Possibly. I didn't say definitely. Next up, we had the Bears at Cincinnati. That game was wild. 47-42 Chicago. You and Chris got that game right.
Yeah. Flacco almost won that.
Yeah. Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs.
I know, but surprisingly.
Go ask Denny Hamlin about the word almost.
Okay.
Next up, we've got the Vikings at Detroit. We all picked Detroit. We were wrong.
Yeah.
Next up was Carolina at Green Bay. We all picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
We were all wrong.
I'm not picking.
I saw that score and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was watching. There's a woman on TikTok. She does I don't know, she does like ESPN, but she's a big Packers fan. Mm-hmm. And she was just livid.
Right. Next up, we had the Broncos coming to NRG here in Houston. Colin and I both picked Houston. You and Chris picked Denver. Y'all got that game right.
Bo Nix is on a roll.
Yeah, there was the matter of the dirty hit on CJ Stroud that did not get called.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that.
Yeah, that was kind of brutal. We're not going to show it, but still.
Yeah.
Next up, we had the Falcons going up to New England. We all picked New England. Hey, we got back on the right side of history here. We all picked the Pats to win.
The Pats are actually doing good this year.
Yeah, I mean, with Drake May behind, at quarterback, boy, I'm telling you, he's not the second coming of Brady at all. But he's a good quarterback. The Patriots won that game. We all did pick New England. Next up was the 49ers at the New York Football Giants. We all picked San Francisco. We all got that game right.
I so wanted to pick the Giants. Then I just remembered.
You remember Scatterbo's not there? I
Dude,
mean, Jackson Dart he's surrounded by an inept offensive line.
Oh yeah.
He's out there in the wilderness by himself. Without Scatterbo to help block.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's really sad, dude. It is really sad. Because someone finally sent me, because I was like, I didn't want to see it. And then someone sent me it. I was like, oh, this is Scatterbo. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just
the ankle. Yeah.
I spent a week not looking at that thing.
Yeah. Like, I could have been okay without having to see that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. But moving on, we all picked the Colts to beat the Steelers.
This one surprised me.
It did. This one surprised me.
Must have got because the Colts have been doing good this season.
Yeah.
It's sad. I'm not an Indianapolis Colts fan, but
yeah, I'm not either. But I mean, the Colts have been on a tear this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're still 7-2. So I mean, it's not a bad season.
A lot of the big namers are 7-2 at least.
Yeah.
We were
next up,
we were talking about that at work.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it after we get this done. But there's some teams that just they're surprised.
Yeah. I'm going to make these next two games real easy. All four of us picked both LA teams to win this past weekend. We got both of those games right. Moving on, we had Jacksonville going to Las Vegas. We all picked Jacksonville. Of course, it's hard. And you know what? Jacksonville almost shit the bed.
Yeah.
Jacksonville almost shit the bed
against the Raiders.
And it took a NFL record 68-yard field goal.
Yeah.
The game.
Yes, it was that. Yeah. It was that game.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was the game.
Man.
Yeah.
It bounced. I was like, oh, they got it.
Yeah. So next up, it was the Chiefs going up to Buffalo to play that game. That game was actually pretty close, 21-28. But we all picked Buffalo. We all got that game right.
Yes, we did. Here's the strange thing about that is there's a moment where Patrick Mahomes was going back, and you could see that a couple of Bills defenders weren't even trying to get to him.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like, and yes, you can look at me.
And it's kind of funny to see Patrick Mahomes kind of get exposed like that when he's not getting favorable calls.
Yes, it is so, dude. It's one of those things. Is like, I'm not saying there's a script, but some people read that motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Next up, it was Sunday night game. It was Seattle at Washington. I'm gonna reserve the right to do a quadruple take before I think about picking Washington going forward for the rest of the year, just because.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. I got home from work, working 12 hours, wanting to sit down, have a nice meal, watch the game. I got to the first half and I turned it off. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait until the fourth half. I checked the score
before in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
I checked the score on the fourth quarter. And I was like, and this is at probably around. I was surprised the time change on Sundays kind of messed up on me.
Yeah.
I go back and I'm like, maybe I'll just check the score maybe it'd be like the Texas game. It wasn't like the Texas game. They were getting hammered.
Mm-hmm.
They were just getting bullied. The Seahawks came to play on Sunday Night Football and did the job.
Yeah. And I know it's college related, but you brought up Texas. They looked at the win probability for Texas A&M for the rest of their schedule. For whatever reason, I think it's a Texas graduate who set up the spreadsheet. They're trying to say that Texas is going to be favored over Texas A&M at the end of the season. Yeah, I don't see it happening. But
no.
I don't see it happening, man.
Okay, the first. Damn it, Johnny! Talk about the last.
I know we'll just put a pin in that and bring it up on.
No, I'm looking up right now because what I'm curious about because Texas Tech really hasn't went out and had to.
Well, Texas Tech doesn't play in the SEC, so neither one of our teams are going to play them.
No, but they're going to play actual other teams.
Yeah, but we can bring that up.
No, we'll do it now. You fucked up.
No, because I'm moving on to week 10. Week 10, the first game, it's a Thursday night game. It is the Raiders at the Broncos. I'm taking Denver on that one, obviously.
No, they fought Colorado. They went after Colorado and lost that one. I don't think that. No, that was. Yeah,
David,
no, that was.
We're talking about the Raiders and the Broncos.
Well, stop doing weird shit like that again. You got me curious. I'm going with the Broncos.
Okay, good, because the Raiders are going to get up there and they're going to look like the Air Force Academy this past weekend.
That was a close game, motherfucker.
It was. I know. I'm just. I was just a little bit of a jab.
That was a low blow.
That
was a low blow.
It was. I apologize. I'm sorry for yelling.
Do we have to talk about your quarterback last year playing for Navy? Because that's what he did last year.
Yeah,
do you want to do that?
I know. No, we don't have to because I saw it. I witnessed it in real time, just like you did.
I was so upset about that game. I was
right. Okay, so next up, we've got the international games coming back this coming weekend. Now, the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Mm-hmm.
Did they get their showers fixed? Or
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did. But the Falcons are going to be going up. The Colts are hosting the Falcons in Olympic Stadium in Berlin. I'm taking the Colts specifically because the last time a team that wore black, red, and white in Germany took the L, I think that streak's going to stay alive.
I'm going with the Colts only because of scoring, but you got a good point there.
Well, dude, it doesn't bode well, right? It doesn't bode. You've got a team that is wearing black, red, and white in Olympic Stadium in Berlin,
and it kind of looks like an eagle.
I mean, it's uncanny. Just saying. I mean, at least it's not the Philadelphia Eagles in Olympic Stadium in Berlin.
Yeah, but it's green and white.
No, I know it's green and white. But yeah, I mean the similarities. I mean,
yeah.
Think the memes are not going to be rich this week.
This is going to be good.
It's going to be
one of the players has like a close name. I think.
Anyway, next game we've got back here on the friendly shores. We've got the Saints going into Carolina against the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers.
Going with the Panthers.
Yeah, I already marked you down for it. I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the New York Football Giants going up against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. I'm going to go with Chicago.
Yeah.
We've got the Jaguars coming to Texas. They're playing the Texans in Houston this weekend.
I would love to root for a Texas team.
You're going to take Jacksonville?
No, I'm going Jaguars.
Yeah, that's why I said Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know what? This is going to be a homer pick. I don't care. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, this year, what's sad is the only Texas team I can go with is college teams.
Right.
Luckily, we got 3 of those.
Yeah. Okay. So this might be the first no shit game of the week. It's the Bills going to Miami to play the Dolphins.
Dude, that coach is gone.
Yeah. I mean,
But this is his 3rd year.
mhm.
This bad of a losing streak.
And next up, we've got the Ravens at Minnesota.
Wait a minute. The Dolphins traded somebody too.
Yeah, but that's not going to help.
No, they traded somebody and got a 3rd round pick
For next year. Next year's not going to help them right now.
No. They sent them to the Eagles.
I know. It doesn't matter. The
Yeah.
Eagles got some help. Sure. Great. Good for you. What did the Dolphins get? Basically a pat on the ass.
Not even that.
I mean, come on. 3rd round draft pick for next year. It doesn't do the Dolphins any good to get to kind of hoard all these draft picks through trades because they draft like crap.
This is true.
So that being said, next up we got Baltimore at Minnesota. I think I'm going to take Baltimore on this one.
I'm going to go with you on that one.
Okay.
And this isn't anything about which team's a better team.
Right.
It's more or less I like the Ravens a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not impressed with the way that the Vikings have been playing this year. I'm just not.
I mean, they shock put us right in the balls a good couple of times.
Right.
Every time we don't pick the Vikings. Last year they were good. This year they're kind of flaky. And now we're like
they were good right up until the stretch last year whenever Detroit was showing up all the last year anyway, but
yeah.
When it started coming down to head-to-head division matchups, I mean, Minnesota just kind of fell flat. But the Browns are going to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey to play the JETSSS Jets. I'm going to take Cleveland.
Flip a coin. Just flip a coin. This is one of those. I'll go with at heads for the Browns and tails for the Jets. Just do the platypus. I don't care. Do you and I have the platypus? There we go.
The platypus.
All right.
Yep. Damn. He didn't want any part of that. He fell right off the table. Okay, so the way that this is going to work is if he lands heads up, we're going Browns. If he lands ass up, we're going with the Jets.
Okay, yeah.
We're going with the Browns.
Okay. That's how much I do not want to watch this game. Watch this game. But I'm going to watch the Pats and the Bucks.
This next game is going to be good. We've got the Patriots at the Bucks, man. I don't know.
Definitely watching this game.
I think, man, I don't know, man.
I'm going for the Buccaneers. I'm going for the Buccaneers.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go New England.
You know what? I get it.
We've got Battle of the Birdhouse. We got the Cardinals at Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle on that one.
Yeah.
The fact that they're winning in Dallas right now doesn't tell me anything because of the way Dallas has been playing.
Yeah.
We've got an NFC West division battle this coming on Sunday. We've got the Rams going to San Francisco.
This is actually a good matchup.
It is. I think I'm going to go with the Niners. I think I'm going with the Niners.
You know what? I'm going to go against you on this one. Just see if I can get points. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay.
Both have really great teams. But it's just one of those things. It's going to be either or.
Yeah. We got Detroit coming off of a disappointing week last week, but they're going to be playing the Commanders. I'm going with Detroit. Yeah. Sunday night game. It is the Steelers at the Chargers. I know that Aaron Rodgers has been kind of like surprising people lately, but I'm going to take with the Chargers on this one. Yeah. And finally, finally our Monday night matchup. It's Philadelphia at Green Bay. I think I'm going to go with Philadelphia on that one.
I'm going Philly.
Yeah.
I mean,
the team,
Packers kind of screwed us last week.
Yeah. So teams on a bye week this week are going to be the Bengals, the Titans, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys, who will still manage to lose. So 4 teams on bye week next week. The Bengals are going to be at Pittsburgh next week. The Titans are going to be in Houston. The Chiefs are going to be at Denver. That's going to be a good game. And then the Cowboys, they have a shot at another tie because they're playing the Raiders next week. So
Yeah. That's going to be ridiculous.
and you know what's going to be funny is the fact that Chris is supposed to be back next week, and he's
Mhm.
going to have to. He's going to be. I could almost hear him bitching about the play of the Cowboys against the Raiders.
I can see that.
I could definitely see it happening.
Yeah.
But
We had some interesting. Okay, I'm not going to play the sound because I just realized they do use like something that's copyrighted. But Stranger
Things, yeah.
season 5 trailer drop.
Season 5, part 1.
No, part 1. It's going to be a 3-parter, and it's
That's
going to
what
be
I just said.
November.
I literally just said that.
I know, but I'm giving clarification.
Oh,
that
clarification.
like-
Oh, yes.
Because, okay, you have to give clarification for Stranger Things because this whole thing was like 8 years. It's only 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So it had a click in my head.
Well, they're supposed to do some kind of like time jump thing this last season because the kids are all grown.
Yeah,
And then you got the behind the scenes thing.
No, that's not. No, you're absolutely wrong. They're doing it for like 6 months.
Okay. All right, fine.
It's so weird.
But I heard time jump and I'm like, okay. But
it might be like on the
off screen though, like David Harbour and Miley Brown are just kind of like beefing. She filed a harassment suit against him.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like,
what's really strange is she's married with a kid.
She is. And then of course David Harbour is going through like his own domestic crap with Lily what's her name? Lily Rose. But from what I'm gathering, from what I have read on it, which isn't very much, she's kind of not Millie or Miley, but it's like Lily Rose, David Harbour's wife. I mean, she's kind of batshit crazy. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm being that guy right now. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be like another like Blake Lively situation or not.
Johnny Depp's daughter?
Lily Rose? No.
Okay.
No. But I really hope that this isn't like another Blake Lively situation, man. I really hope not. Because just that whole thing blew up in her face, and by default, because he was defending her, it blew up in Ryan Reynolds' face.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, they haven't really been in the spotlight together very much. And it caused a lot of dissension on the Doomsday set between Reynolds and a lot of the co-stars from the cast. Like him and Robert Downey Jr. got into a shouting match on set one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, I hope it's like I said, I just hope it's not one of those things. And I don't know. It just, if that's going to become the new trend in Hollywood, I mean, we're in for a pretty wild ride. So
yeah. Well, let's just watch the trailer.
Yeah, let's go ahead and watch the
trailer.
trailer.
Doesn't have any sound to it because of copyright, but there we go. But yeah, it looks great so far.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, Vecna coming out. Well, here's the thing on this though. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're older now. I can't believe they're using, adults to play teenagers." Back in the 80s, that's what they did.
Dude,
so
you'd see like 35-year-old people playing like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about their looks. I mean, really.
Yeah. I mean, this is last. Uh, this is their senior year. I mean, they could have had a growth spurt. You could say that.
Yeah.
I like how she has like leaping powers.
Oh, yeah.
But those two in the series,
I think Jonathan's going to die this season.
probably.
And I think Steve's going to give himself up for something. Like he's going to sacrifice himself, which sucks because and that's the only time you see Hopper in the trailer. Because they just before the trailer came out, they that's when those are the only two times you see him. He's edited out of a lot of the footage in this trailer.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like again, I really hope this isn't another Blake Lively situation because she's too early in her career. I mean, I know she's been around or whatever for a few years now, but
yeah,
nobody will ever work with her if it turns out to be one of those.
You guys, hey, well, I was about to say, is like, well, you got to also understand is she probably has enough money, and then I just realized that they're not paying the actors that well for these movies anymore.
Well, no, I mean they signed pretty big contracts, which is why everybody's Netflix, rates have gone up.
Yeah,
But no, that whole cast has been getting paid really, really well. So I'm just like, okay.
I
But
love
I like the fact that they're not going to make us wait 6 months.
yeah.
So,
Here's
it's going to be like 3 episodes that are like an hour and a half to 2 hours each.
yeah. Here's the thing. This is what this is what made me laugh is the first comment on this. I still remember watching this the first season for the first time back my freshman year of high school. I'm now 93 years old, divorced, have gone bankrupt 27 times. And
So he joined the army.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I got you.
But yeah, it's just, and then it just goes downhill from there. I mean, the rest of the stuff is just horrid. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this. Really am.
I am. I just I'm glad that they're not trying to do like some kind of stupid theatrical release.
Yeah.
For these because I mean it would flop because nobody wants to go to the theater to see that. I mean they really don't. I mean it's not to take away from the quality of the writing. I'm sure that the writing for this last season is going to be great. And they're going to have to connect a lot of dots and they're going to have to close up a lot of storyline loopholes. But
well, what's really strange about November right now is everything good in theaters, on TV, coming out in November. I mean,
we had to get it all out before we get invaded by aliens at the end of the month. So,
yeah. But you have Now You See Me, the third installment of that series, Running Man. I found another one that's called Muzzle, City of Wolves.
Yeah.
It's a canine unit cop, goes John Wick.
Okay.
But the dog helps out throughout the entire film.
Nice.
So, and this week, Predator Badlands.
Yeah, that's right.
I was trying to remember because on my birthday, 3 movies come out that I want to see, and I was like, "Well, shit, what am I going to do this week?" And then I was like, "Oh, Predator comes out this week."
Yeah. So, I get to go see Skillet next weekend.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna be in Sugarland. It's the Awakening tour.
Okay.
So it's We Are Messengers, Jeremy Camp, and Skillet.
Okay.
And I saw the blurb come up on VetTex, and I was like, man, okay, so I'm gonna check it out. And all the tickets were gone. So I'm ashamed to say this, but I looked it up in church. They're Christian bands. I looked it up in church. Tickets were like $25 a piece. So I'm introducing my wife to Skillet next weekend. So we're gonna use that as a date. So I'm stoked, dude. I've seen Skillet like 5 times in concert. Absolutely love that band.
Did you
Absolutely.
say Strifer?
Skillet, not Striper.
No, I know that.
Striper is old school 80s Christian hair metal, yeah.
Dude, the only reason why I know anything about that band
Mhm.
is they threw Bibles at the audience members.
I mean, back in the 80s, I mean, why not? But
I'm not talking like, those new testaments we used to get when we get in the
no,
certain.
good old King Jim, right? Yeah.
It was the heavy duty. I'm like, dude, they're gonna go see Jesus once they're hit. If someone's like,
Courtesy of Nelson Publishing, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, dude, I've seen Jeremy Camp once. He was pretty good. I haven't heard any of his new stuff here lately, but it's not that hard to get caught up. But We Are Messengers. I mean, that's going to be kind of unique. It's a little bit on the heavier side. Not necessarily screamo or anything like that, but I am so stoked for Skillet, dude. I can't wait.
what's really strange about that band is their one of the band members, I think, or two of the band members are electronic engineering. And
Which band?
Skillet.
Oh, well, see,
And they run the whole show. Well, they do the programming for that show.
okay, so John Cooper and his wife Corey, right? He plays bass and he's lead vocals. She's lead guitarist, backup vocalist. She's also the keyboardist.
Mhm.
And then you've got Jen Ledger. She's the drummer, right? And she's also backup vocalist, dude. And then their lead guitarist. But I mean, the Coopers, I mean, they would take their kids, like, homeschool them on the road, right? And you wanna talk about just living the message, dude. It's one of those, that's one of the reasons why I love Skillet so much is the fact that, John Cooper would talk about, they would be on some of the more secular tours. And, uh, he's friends with a lot of guys that are in secular bands. And he's like, and people that are on the road crews, he's like, they make decisions that I don't agree with all the time. And I'll tell them, like, hey, I don't think you should be doing that. But he respects them enough, like, to just let them hang themselves, kind of a thing, and just show them the right way,
Yeah.
as far as like morality is concerned, common sense stuff. And he's like, you'd be surprised the number of actual Christians that are out there on the secular tour circuits, especially in some of these like bigger profile bands. And I'm like, wow, okay, that makes sense. But I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be such a good time.
You couldn't get
Yeah, I couldn't get parking for the Megyn Kelly event because it was $50. But when I bought the tickets, I bought it as part of a package. I got parking over there at the Smart Financial Center in Sugar Land. Paid $16 to park. Sorry, I've already got the tickets on my phone. They're on my Apple Wallet. I'm good.
okay. What was gonna say you didn't get meet and greets. Wonder how much.
No, I just as much as I would love to meet them, I'm not dropping an extra $200. Sorry, just not doing it. If I wasn't willing to drop $200 to do meet and greet with William Shatner, no, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know. I would do it for the Shatner only because.
Okay, no. To be fair, if I had the funds at the time, yeah, I would have bought 2 meet and greets, for me and Reagan to meet and greet with Shatner. But I just when we went to go see that screening of Star Trek 2 with him, that was for the experience, right? And just to like hear him talk and tell stories from behind the camera kind of stuff and behind the scenes. And I mean, it was the experience.
Okay.
We got to hear Captain Kirk drop the F-bomb a couple of times on stage. So that was that was pretty cool. I mean, he's like, I love you too, but shut the fuck up. I'm talking. You know,
That's when you know you've aged.
yeah. I mean, the dude's 94, so
Yeah.
I think he's earned it. But man, I really don't have.
That was basically about it.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot right now.
Like, yeah, unless you
I haven't. I know that the outer wilds. No, not outer wilds. Outer. I cannot talk today.
Outer Limits.
Not Outer Limits. Outer Lands 2. Is it Outer Limits? No, because that's a TV show. Anyway, the Bethesda game that came out on the 29th. I haven't played it yet just because I've been busy. Like I said before show, we're moving the in-laws this week, and
Mhm.
yeah, I've been tied up with that, and that's going to be going on for another couple of days, and then I've got a line on an original 1979 advance sheet poster for Star Trek: The Motion Picture. The guy wants $30 for it, and he's just a little north of me. Because you remember we were at that Comic-Con when we were trying to do that live show, and I bought the laser disc
Yeah.
for the motion picture.
Yeah.
It's an original advance poster. Like they send it out in advance to the theaters to drum up excitement for the film.
Yeah.
And he's got one, and it looks like it's in great shape. So he wants $30 for it, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's not that bad. It's hard to find those types of posters and that kind of condition.
yeah, I mean, because movie posters, dude, they used to be art. I mean, they're considered artwork, but the actual movie posters are really hard to find.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only thing that this one doesn't have is it's not folded like most movie posters are. This one's actually rolled up. So,
Okay.
and I may spend a little bit of extra money to get it, not necessarily restored, but I may spend some extra money to get it mounted in a frame.
Check the dates on it because you can buy those movie posters for anything and sell them.
Yeah, it says Advanced 01 1979.
Okay.
So it's authentic. So, but yeah, past that, I really don't have a lot. Actually, I don't have anything going. So
Yeah, it's kind of sad as we used to do these like at 7:30. We would go on till like 9, and now we're getting to that stage. You're like, I don't want to talk anymore.
like I'm all talked out. It's like my wife sits there and I'm just like staring off into space. She's like, "Are you okay? Did something happen?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "You're just real quiet." I'm like, I ran out of stuff to say today. I'm past,
I did my limit.
I used up my allotment of words for the day.
Well, it's like,
It's like, now you got me borrowing against tomorrow. So it's like,
yeah.
whatever.
Well, it's like Jess. She was this friend of mine that she's had a hard time and everything, hard life, and she wanted me to show her how to shoot a gun and everything. So
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like talking up a storm, and I was like, I got nothing.
Right.
So I
Got
turned
nothing.
up the radio.
Yeah, it's like our oldest, my oldest stepson, his girlfriend is supposed to come out and visit for New Year's, or it might be just right after New Year's. And she's wanting to go to the range because I had mentioned aromatherapy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, freedom." It's got a little bit of, it's got a nice ring to it, a little bit of recoil. And she's like, "That might actually be really good for me." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay." So, yeah, there's that. So,
Yeah. That'll be fun.
yeah.
Anyways, get us out of here, Johnny.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful, all ages, we may be shorthanded, but that is not going to prevent us from taking time to hear this message from the President of the United States.
There was once a pirate, wonderful pirate. She was a terror on the high seas and a demon in the sheets. A credit to lesbians everywhere, really, a great lesbian pirate. Her name was Bearded Clam. She really was wonderful. Anyway, as she used to say, as she plundered both booty and pussy, scissor me timbers.
You know what's funny is that you see those AI Pixar things on TikTok now.
Mhm.
There's one that says "Scissor Me Timbers" and it's about two girls on a sailboat. I feel like we've been robbed. I did not get that phrase trademarked fast enough, and it
I
kind
know.
of pisses me off.
Yeah. It could
But
be worse. I've seen the Pixar for Rudolph.
did you see the one for Raising Jaquan?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna be a dad, and she's like, actually, no. I
Yeah.
was like, that is so brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, you've been indentured. I would say that you've become privy. Whether or not it was against your will, well, that's for the courts to decide. And well, good luck getting a grand jury to indict me on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Dickerman.
Be back here for next week on the same bat channel, at least. We may be early, we may be on time. I don't know. That's why you need to click the bell notifications on YouTube, so that way you get notified before we go live. At any rate, you don't have to go home, people, but you can't stay here. This has been Nerd Sports episode 236. We're turning on the ugly lights. Go home. Get out of here. Fare thee well, Felicia.